Hola, ¿qué pasa, amigos? Yes, we are starting our Spanish adventure in the city of royals, Madrid. And no, I'm not gonna rob the royal palace today, if you know what I mean. Instead, I'm gonna have so much fun here. Madrid. I didn't expect much of a bright impression or astonishment before coming here, but it came out to be a lively city that exceeded all my expectations and made me think about the ways to change my lifestyle to a more entertaining one. It is said that people know how to enjoy life in Madrid. After only a few days here, I can assure you that it's a pure truth. Good morning! We are so lucky to get our accommodation in the heart of Madrid. San Miguel Market is just in front of the hotel and Plaza Mayor is only 3 minutes by foot, so let's go and explore it. Since Plaza Mayor was close to our hotel, we decided to start our journey from there. Plaza Mayor is the heart of the Spanish capital indeed. It's full of bars, restaurants, and souvenir stores under its colonnades, where tourists and locals go out for coffee or calamari rolls with a cold beer. So, Plaza Mayor, one of the main symbols of Madrid. Initially, it was used as a meeting point for celebrations and civil announcements, and there are 3 main landmarks here. The first one is just behind me, the statue of Philip III. It was brought to the King of Spain as a gift by the Duke of Florence. Number 2 is Casa De Papel. This one was established in 1590 and was the most important bakery in Madrid. It fixed the prices for bread so the most neediest residents could afford it. Now it's home for Madrid Tourist Center. The third one is Arco de Cuchilleros, the most well-known entrance to Plaza Mayor. I still didn't figure out why it's the most famous one. Now it's time to have breakfast. The only place that comes to my mind right now is the Chocolateria de San Gines, one of the oldest chocolate shops in Madrid, founded in 1894. During the Second Republic, it was known as the Hidden One due to its location. Don't worry, it's pretty easy to find the Chocolateria in the San Gines passageway. This place is recommended by literally every city guide. So let's see what it tastes like. It's not overpriced at all. So cappuccino and the chocolate cake is only €5.20. So comparing to the Starbucks, it's really cheap. And I ordered chocolate cake because it's chocolateria. So. There is one more place I want to check while staying in Madrid. Mercado de San Miguel. It is the oldest market. It used to be the oldest market, but right now it's just a bunch of shops and cafes, so people just go and hang out there drinking cocktails and eating tapas. But anyway, I want to check what it looks like inside. San Miguel Market is the only market in Madrid with an iron framework. Now it's more about the tourist theme, as they are offering multiple stands with vegetables, fruits, and tapas. You know, it's so overpriced, honestly. Yeah, so I'm not gonna buy anything over here because it's really overpriced. Like I said, this tiny tapas, it's so tiny for 2 euros. You can actually buy like this sized tapas for 1 euro only. So it doesn't make any sense just, to put your check mark that you've been there. Not worth it at all. Puerta del Sol, or Sol Square, is a busy central square that is located 5 minutes on foot from the Plaza Mayor. You'll find 3 well-known symbols of Madrid there. House of the Post Office, Kilometer Zero, that marks the point from which the distances in Madrid are measured, and the most famous one, the Bear and the Strawberry Tree. The statue represents the coat of arms of Madrid and is the official city crest that can be seen on the postcards and logo of Madrid's football club. One of the must-see places in Madrid is Gran Via, an avenue known as the Spanish Broadway. It's also called a shopping street because of the numerous clothing stores, bars, restaurants, cinemas, and a lot more. I finally came to the place where the first 2 seasons of my favorite TV show was filmed, The Royal Mint of Spain. And when I came here, I got confused. Because do you remember when they showed the Royal Mint of Spain, there was a square. But just look at this. It's just the road, there is no square at all. Is it the right Royal Mint or what? It turns out that the series was actually filmed at the Spanish National Research Council. Why? There is not enough space for filming the gunfire. Moreover, the real Royal Mint should be safe and private. Do you recognize this one? This is the Bank of Spain, where the 3rd, 4th, and 5th seasons were filmed. Honestly, I love the 1st and the 2nd seasons more because all of my favorite characters were alive. Which season do you like the most? And here we go again. Season 3 and 4 were filmed at the Ministry of Public Works and Transport, not at the real Bank of Spain. I assume the reason is the same. Now we are entering the biggest park in Madrid, so-called the green lawns of the city. It's called the Buen Retiro Park, which means the park of the pleasant retreat. And the first thing we're gonna check is the Glass Palace. Why is it called so? Let's go and check. Retiro Park is the biggest park in Madrid. At first, it was owned by Spanish royalty, but in the 19th century, it was open to the public. UNESCO granted World Heritage status to Retiro Park. Many Madrileños prefer relaxing in the park and having a drink in one of the open-air cafes, away from hustle and bustle of the city. If you walk through the park, you will notice various landscaping styles, rose gardens, and striking sculptures. Besides, Madrid's annual book fair takes place in this park each May and June. As you see, the name is self-explanatory. It's made almost entirely of glass. I'm curious, how do they take care of it? 10 bottles of Mr. Proper would be enough? I don't think so. Anyway, initially it was used as the greenhouse to show the expositions of flora and fauna of the Philippines, which was the Spanish colony in the past. And now it's owned by Reina Sofia Museum for hosting some temporary exhibitions.
One of the most remarkable examples of cast iron architecture is the Glass Palace. In front of the entrance to the palace, you'll find a large artificial lake with ducks, geese, black swans, and turtles who are swimming close to the steps. The ornate glass greenhouse was finished in 1887 as a space to exhibit the arts. The first exhibition in the palace was a presentation of exotic Vietnamese plants. Today, the Crystal Palace is open to anyone who wants to see the art made by glass.
I found something really bizarre in Retiro Park. You will not find anything else like this in the world. The monument of the fallen angel or devil. And the fun fact is that it stands at 666 meters above the sea level. Is it coincidence? I don't think so. Guys, what I love the most about Madrid is the fact that you can actually enter any museum for free here during the specific time frame. The same about Prado Museum. It houses the most outstanding collection of Spanish painting. You can find the Holy Trinity of El Greco, the works of Velázquez here, Murillo, and a lot of others. And I think this place is must-see for everybody, not only for art lovers. And the interesting fact is that during the Spanish Civil War, the artworks were removed to the basement here. And then afterwards, it was moved to Valencia and to Geneva to the Office of League of Nations. And when the Second World War was over, it was returned back to Madrid.
I'll remember Madrid as a city of art. People from all over the world come to the Spanish capital to see the unique masterpieces of the world's famous artists in the Prado Museum. It's housing the richest and most comprehensive collection of Spanish paintings.
The next museum on our bucket list is Reina Sofia Museum. And I'm so excited to see the works of Salvador Dali and Pablo Picasso. So comparing to Prado Museum, Reina Sofia Museum holds the collections of the modern art from 20th to 21st centuries. And again, you can enter the museum for free each Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday during the last 2 working hours.
A few words about the Reina Sofia Museum. Residents of Madrid call the gallery simply Reina, which means queen. And here's one more piece of advice. If you don't want to be a part of a huge crowd during free working hours, book your tickets online in advance so you don't waste time. Navigating the museum is not really convenient, be ready for that. There are 2 glass elevators and a bunch of people who want to go either up or down. We wasted a lot of time there. See the expositions of Salvador Dali, Swan, and Picasso for sure. And this is the second floor. We need rooms 5, 6, 7, 8. As my dad would say, I drew like that at school and got satisfactory grades. Reina Sofia definitely has something to see inside, but everyone mainly goes to see Picasso and Dali. The rest is up to everyone's taste.
Something's going on here. What if the King of Spain came to the palace and we'll see him? As you see, it's just a guard's change. It actually reminds me of the one I saw in Athens a few years ago. So, as you see, a lot of people just came here to see this show.
The royal palace is built in the Italian Baroque style with numerous references to the Oriental motifs. It has about 3,500 rooms.
The Royal Palace of Madrid is the largest royal palace in Europe. And if you think that the royal family resides here, no. They have much smaller residence outside of Madrid. But why? Look at this size. I would have my own office there.
The interior of the palace is considered one of the most beautiful in Europe. If you manage to get inside, you can take pictures, but not everywhere. Just sculptures outside the chambers. The palace is located not far from the Cathedral of Saint Mary of Almudena, or rather in front of the palace. The cathedral is literally the port of the palace and therefore is made in the same architectural style and even from the same white and gray stone. What about the Almudena Cathedral, which is in front of the royal palace? We can say that the main church of Madrid is rather modern structure. Construction began at the end of the 19th century and was completed only 100 years later. It is quite light inside the Cathedral of Almudena and there is a lot of space. The walls are covered with paintings and sculptures of many saints. The oldest image of the Virgin Mary in Madrid is also kept here. I'll tell you a little about the rules because they are very important here. Fortunately, it is allowed to take pictures and video. The only condition is not to disturb the parishioners of the church. Visiting the temple is prohibited during liturgical acts, and you cannot eat or drink inside. Clothing should correspond to church canons. Closed shoulders for women, long trousers, and no hats for men. There is also a museum in the cathedral where you can see icons and other relics. Organ concerts are often held on the weekends, so you can enjoy the church music as well. Fun fact! There is a Wi-Fi network available inside, but as the internet was not created on the seventh day by God, it does not work there. What about the architecture of Madrid? It doesn't look similar to most of the European cities. The city grew rapidly during the 17th century, but the architectural heritage was earned during the 18th and 20th centuries. We were looking forward to visiting the Plaza España in Madrid, but the whole square was under renovation.
Did I just teleport to ancient Egypt? No, this temple is also located in Madrid. In the 20th century, the Egyptian government gave the temple as a gift to Madrid. And guys, it was transported here stone by stone and opened to the public in 1972.
The Temple of Depot was donated to Spain by the Egyptian state for helping save the Abu Simbel Temple and other archaeological sites. The temple dates back to the 2nd century BC. There is no entrance fee, but the line to go in is huge. A maximum of 15 people is allowed inside at once. We had to wait for 1 hour 30 minutes to go inside. But anyway, you can enjoy watching the sunset at Depot's hilltop. One more reason I have bright memories from Madrid is an unexpected meeting with my friend I haven't seen for 8 years. Felipe and I were exchange students at the same high school in the US, and it was so nice to see him in Madrid. I think we found the best panoramic view of Madrid at the Royal Academy of Fine Arts of San Fernando. There is a bar at the rooftop with an enchanting view of Gran Via and the city center. The next day, we had to wake up at 6 a.m. and take a bus to Albacete to visit my friend Rosa. We also met in the US high school 8 years ago. Albacete is a lovely city located in the south of Madrid. I was so lucky to see non-touristy Spain with authentic restaurants, fairs, and locals who go out for cocktails almost every night. That's so cool. I refuted some stereotypes about Spain and its people. For example, paella isn't their most popular meal. The same about sangria. Spanish people are very hospitable and jovial. You'll never be bored with them. This trip was an unforgettable one indeed. The next step is Barcelona. Stay tuned and travel with the Worldest.